quarter, and it's the second match down. So for the winners, a likely meeting with Cheng and To, the number 4 seeds, in the second round. I think they might need this crowd support, Bobby, because you would, on paper, you would have the Danes as reasonably firm favourites, I think.
Yeah, I think perhaps even more so. I'd have them as fairly strong favourites for this one. 12th in the rankings, but for me, they're right up there. They've only played 10 tournaments, which means every single of those tournaments counts in their ranking points. And they've had a great run. So any performance this week that betters their, I think it was the Vietnam Open last year, which it should, because that was their 1 week performance, if you like, will put them, I think, inside the top 10, and they're a real threat for the top pairs around the world.
There you see the head-to-head, 2 love it is, both matches in straight games, most recently the Macau Open in July.
Sorry. Hot. You serve. Who's this?
So let's look at the Danes first. Christiansen and Bøje, ranked 12 in the world. Of course, Christiansen was as high as 4 when he played with Christina Pedersen. Member of the Thomas Cup winning team in back in 2016. Well, that's a decade ago. Ages you a little bit. 7 titles they've won as a pair since 2020, including 3 last year. In fact, Bøje won 4 because she also won the German Open with Robin Kabeling when Matthias Christiansen was just kind of coming to the end of his suspension. So after he came back, Christiansen and Bøje won the Macau Open, the Indonesia Masters, and the High-Low towards the end of the year. And if they keep playing like that, you would imagine they'll be inside the top 10 in reasonably short order. As for their opponents, the Malaysians, Hupang Ron and Chung Soo Yin, it was a bit of a late starter actually. Hupang Ron didn't start till he was 10, which sounds young, but by most young player standards, it's quite old actually now. Younger brother of Vivian Hu. And his partner, who's actually 5 years younger, Chung Soo Yin, at 22. They had a massive tournament at the China Masters in 2024, which was a Super 750. They got to the final, which was a huge effort. Lost to Fong and Huang. Also got a bronze in the women's doubles, actually, Cheng, at the Southeast Asian Games a couple of years ago. Liu Yushuan of Chinese Taipei is the umpire, and there is Sydney Gallos from New Zealand, who'll be in the service judges' chair for us for this one.
Ready, play. Bøje to serve to Blue Crown Road. Level. Play.
So here we go then. This mixed doubles round of 32. Alexandra Bøje serving.
One love.
I think from Hu and Chung's point of view, they need to cut out unforced errors like that. It's going to be hard enough anyway against a pair of the calibre of Christiansen and Bøje, but want to make it any more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think there's a challenge in that. Trying to stay with them on the scoreboard. You don't want Christiansen and Bøje to get confident. They're a nightmare to play against when they're really fired up. And just to sort of contrast the unforced error thing, they've also got to try and keep the shuttle going down as it passes the net. Just those tight little push shots into the midcourt. Which kind of contradicts the don't make any errors thing, because you have to play tight. So that balance is critical for the Malaysians today. Anything going up to Christiansen in the midcourt, you're asking for trouble. And Bøje has really become a quality player around the service line.
4-1.
One of those matchups which might be over in a blink of an eye if the Malaysians can't find a way to score points. Well, that's one. If Cheng can dominate from the net.
Yeah, she was really proactive there. I think that's what they've got to do. They've got to take the game, try and take the game to the Danes. It's much easier said than done, obviously, but I think if they sit back, they're going to get rather steamrolled.
Adrenaline took over in that previous rally. The whole of the forecourt was open.
7-over, 5-3.
Terrific pickup from Alexandra.
It was superb. Well, early signs up. This could be quite an entertaining little match here. I'm very impressed with Cheng, particularly.
Yeah, let's hope so. I was looking back through their year of results. Great serve.
5-0.
Another way in which they can be effective is these little strategic differences. Drive serve down the middle, for example. You don't see it all that often, and if they can create doubt in the mind of Christiansen in particular, they'll have a chance. Yeah, their biggest performances for me over the last year, just in 2025, were both against their teammates, Go and Lai of Malaysia, where They were battling for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Championships. And I think it's the Hong Kong Open as well, where these two got the better of Go and Lai. I thought to myself, well, that's probably because they've worked out in training and they've played with them so much. They know certain things they can do to get the better of them. Can they do it against the world's best? And my thought was no. This is a really good test for the Malaysians today.
I think they've actually started really well. Especially considering that the two previous matches against the Danes have been relatively one-sided. Doesn't appear to be any intimidation factor at all the first 5 minutes or so.
And for Hu and Cheng, of course, doesn't really get much bigger than this. Yes, they played in the World Champs, but in the Axiata Arena, Malaysia Open, home crowd, all of their teammates and support staff of BAM will all be here watching this. This is where they really want to perform and almost showcase what they can do for their support going forward.
He almost semi-admonished himself there, Christiansen, missing that.
9-6.
Yeah, and already his demeanour has changed slightly from the very beginning of the match. He said their best chance is to keep the Danes away from getting on a train of positive momentum, that confidence. That'll always dent your own confidence, taking a shuttle to the body. So, from Bøje.
9-0.
So 3 points on the spin for the Danes. Yeah, judged that well, Christiansen.
Service over. 10-0.
They look quite tense still, these two, don't they? They don't look in a smiley, happy mood. It looks more like they're out there for business, and I get that. But I wouldn't mind seeing a few sort of smiles and high fives between points. You know, it shows your opponents a lot of positivity.
Well, there might be the odd smile now because they've got the advantage. Will be in a slender one at the mid-game break. 11-10, Danes in front.
brugt bagbanen eller får drejet bolden. Også fordi så har du chance for at komme op på den og lukke den.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
Hvis du spiller der, så ligger de også
Court
bare
1, 20 seconds.
fint her. Kom så.
Coach, 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 return to lectures. Thank you. Players, back on court.
She is sharp at the net when she's on the game, isn't she?
That's a nice reaction. Just quick enough to take that backhand. Coverage from Bøje. I think they've got to be careful taking on Cheng mid-court when she's crouched with the racket up. She's very sharp. Better rally. I like that. They instead of taking them all in a flat driving game, who can hit it hardest, it's more of a wait and see and find the space.
That was a handy net cord for the Malaysians.
Wait for the line cut.
She just seemed a little bit unsettled at times.
14-13.
You need the forecourt player in doubles to be confident. Either leave it or go for it. Don't be indecisive. It's suicidal in doubles.
Bonus point there, or at the back of the court.
Christian, stay the court. Stay.
Not the first time he's been asked that. Probably won't be the last.
Yeah, certainly not. Judged.
15-14.
It's made 2 or 3 actually very sound calls into let the shuttle land.
for a moment Christiansen had hurt himself there.
15-all.
I've never ever seen him dive before.
Yeah, and it was kind of an awkward sort of landing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, my dad, wait. It's okay? Okay, thank you. Husui, lay down help. Oh.
Confidence looking a bit dented here. Yeah, scratch of the head time for Christiansen.
Not going according to the script here for the Danes. Led pretty much for most of the opening game, but now find themselves behind with finish line looming into sight.
Desperately to get into the service line, Bøje. Oh, bad one.
Service over. 16-17. Play on. Cheng. 17-all.
Easy mistake. Nervy looking rallies, isn't there, with just the odd bit of pressure. The difference.
Well, what a topsy-turvy first game this is turning out to be. So at the start, didn't think there'd be too much in it, and that's certainly proved the case up to here.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot more one-sided than this, truth be told.
Service over. 19-all.
Turn of the wrist at the last moment.
Matthias.
threaded the eye of a needle with that one.
19.
Right between two opponents who are both on one side of the court. So here's a game point.
They both went for this shot, didn't they?
Good save, and again, that's gonna just land wide. That would have been a sensational way to win the game. Not yet, though.
Did so well in defence. Brilliant to control, not just to get it back, but he actually placed that shuttle from the floor. Cheng was the one that's actually on balance at the end and had the whole court to aim at.
Well, the crowd at one point thought their pair had won the point. But it was excellent defence from the Danes, and now they have a chance to secure this opening day. Yeah, the second half of this opening game has been quite a few scrappy points, as well as the occasional good rally. I guess it doesn't matter how you get there. Well, they have got there, Christiansen and Bøje, 22-20 in the opener. Not without a few alarms, it has to be said. But nonetheless, the world number 12 pair lead by 1 game to none.
I spillet, når du får de der halvsancer på nettet, så kan man give den helt blød, og så trykke bare hele vejen igennem ham. Ja. Fordi medium hastighed, så kører han os bare på den næste.
Sidste ting. En lille smule mere på retur. Det bliver god retur.
Kita pilih lagi bagus. Bentar dia tengok berapa biji receiving buat ini ada ulang dia buat kami saja jangan mati dulu. Okey. Ja. Fokus lagi.
Det ser bare give den lidt mere frem, så det Mathias tager frem. Nej, men du har bare dårlig timing. Det kommer her, ikke? Vi er ved med at slå et par bløde, så bare slå et par bløde til ham. Ellers så kommer nogle cutter over på hende. Hvis han holder ned foran hjørnet en gang imellem, så bare bang en kryds lige over hende. Det er dermed, at det ikke bare kører det samme. Det vi spiller det samme slag hele tiden.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So, can the Danes consolidate? Crowd obviously desperate to see a decider. But their Malaysian favourites get on terms here in this match.
Credit to Hu and Cheng in the opening game for preventing Christiansen and Bøje
Service over.
getting at their sort of free-flowing best. Yes, the Danes got through the opening game, but there's positive signs there. Definitely a chance for the Malaysians to at least force a deciding game here, if they can keep that up.
2-1.
Bøje was going to go then. A few times today where she's made a move to intercept and then pulled out of the shots and makes it difficult for her partner. Solid call from Christiansen there.
He took charge there, didn't he? Who can run?
It always looked like it was going to go back at Bøje.
He said, that's mine.
Service over.
Can't fault the efforts of Cheng. Great block that was from Alexandra.
Wow. Thank you.
Great pickup from Cheng.
4-0.
Found her ankles, the shot.
Service Boko. Too high. Service
Well,
over.
that always
5-4.
gives you a certain sense of uncertainty. The next time you serve, penalised there. The hoop is serving above 1.15 metres.
Tried to rush the serve as well. Tried to catch the Danes by surprise. I think it's landed in.
Service over. 5-4.
Yeah, it's kind of an all-or-nothing shot from Alexandra Bøje, because unless it was a winner, there was so much space for who to take advantage of.
Tried to take the shuttle early, didn't connect well enough, and it was going up as it crossed the net. Gave Hu a few options there, and Christiansen had to gamble.
Okay.
nicely there.
Careless, to say the least.
Service over. 7-8. Quick.
They look frustrated, don't they, the Danes?
9-7.
She's been really clever on serve today so far. Small variations, that one driven. Exactly a flick serve, but catching Bøje by surprise.
Well, they should have won that point more than once over in the end. A very tame error. And the Malaysians, strong favourites now to take us to a decider. 11-7 they lead. Mid-game break.
Poin di situ, ya. Apa? Kalau mereka sering curi, kan mereka bagi tahu, ya. Kalau bilang out, kamu lepas saja, ya. Tak terbagi tahu, bisa tengok tuh, belakang. Berapa kali apalagi set sama yang sering out ya. Jadi defense macam itu gini, kamu defense dulu bagus baru masuk, jangan sambil mau masuk, ya. Bisa out, bisa tangkap kadang-kadang di situ. Lebih kesimpel aja, letak kosong aja.
20 seconds.
Start main semua dah rasa bis. Macam kita main tak ada orang servis kan, tak continue.
Tapi kan kalau di atas, kalau di bawah ya, mau.
That is a real confident-looking play, particularly from Cheng, who rushed the net and then had brilliant touch. Just there. Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's on the line as well, and it's all going the Malaysians' way at the moment.
13-7.
Danes just can't seem to find a way through, can they?
Service over. 8-13. Service over. 14-8.
That's well played, Christiansen.
9-14.
Coming across the body with the attack makes it difficult for Cheng. don't think we've seen as much of that as the Danes would have liked.
He's missed way too many of those.
15-10. Oh, yes.
Be interesting to get some feedback from players after today as to what the conditions are like down there. This match in particular, the Danes, like you say, have put so many in the net. It just makes me wonder whether there's a bit of drift in the air. The shuttle is not where it ought to be. Delightful little touch from Christiansen. It's one of his favourite shots, I think. Just that little reverse from the mid-court.
Nearly that. After 3 points in a row from the Danes, put themselves right back in control now of this second game. Hu and Cheng.
Service over. 14-16. 3.
Just missed the sideline. But no consistency really to Danes' play today, is there?
No, there really hasn't. She really just went for a winner. Outrageous from Bøje, but want to make those counts. Could have been 15-16 here. Oh, there we go again.
Service over.
Great return of serve.
15-17.
That was seriously dismissive.
Yeah, not a great serve.
So now it gets a little nervy for the Malaysians. Just a point clear. They were 15-10 ahead at one stage. So 6 of the last 8 points to the Danes.
Play.
It's a bit more concern on the faces of the Malaysians too.
Turned out to be a costly error, that. That goal and lose the second game and the match. We're back on that.
Yeah, the shot he was going for has been working for him really nicely today, but perhaps tried it at the wrong time there. Shot that was too flat coming towards him. Oh, they needed that.
Immediate challenge, though. Immediate challenge from the Malaysians. Both of them. This going to be interesting, Hawkeye, I think. Did it clip the line? It did. It did.
Well, at first glance, I thought that was well long.
Potentially a massive moment, that, because now a couple more points will level this match, and we know the Danes nowhere near their best so far.
Play.
Shot from Christiansen in there. Caught and the service line didn't really want to be there.
So 4 game points to square the match for Hu and Cheng.
Service over. 17-20.
Break his string there, perhaps. Bad timing. I don't mean his own bad timing, I mean that was bad timing to break a string.
Well, so much space to steer that backhand.
20.
So 2 saved, 2 to go from the Danes' point of view.
Lovely shot into unguarded territory. Great defence.
And it's wide though, and that is game, and we are going to have a decider. 21-18. Hu and Cheng have a chance to topple Christiansen and Bøje in the final game. Did well, just made sure she got out the way. Chun Soo-yin.
Malaysian crowd absolutely loving that comeback as well. Great for the atmosphere inside the Axiata.
Depannya sama ini, ya jangan selalu ada fase kamu letak aja variasi jadinya, ya yang penting simpel, jangan potong-potong, letak hap. Kalau kamu hap terus tungguin orang ditungguin, sama apa? Kamu jangan suka gerak, jadi kalau laki-laki pukul.
Vi tror lidt for meget, vi har målet tidligere, så vi kommer til at se lidt for spillende, lidt for langsomt, når vi er tilbage i det her initiativ, hvor vi spiller lidt hurtigere. Så sker der meget mere for os.
Jeg synes, vi spiller for forsigtigt. Jeg synes, vi spiller for bløde bolde. Hvis vi skal op og prikke, nu kommer op det der med, slår en gang, kommer hurtigt på den næste, slår over på hende. Den får lidt mere fart til spillet, fordi ellers så spiller vi bare. Der kan de chance være med. Okay? Det vil være rigtig godt, at man lige får siddet på tværs af en gang imellem. Vi kommer ikke så godt af det. Hvis vi skal switche, vi skal...
Vi kan bisa poin juga berbuat kali kok.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Tværs af en barriere, serven lidt på en serve ud af. Det var rigtig godt der, hvor du server ind i vælger på hende, ikke? Kom så her. God periode, ja.
Final game. Level. Play.
So here we go then, to a finish. You've got to think that the Malaysians have the momentum, having just taken that second game.
It's nice, calm but positive from Bøje. Wonderful defending. The Danes refusing the opportunity at times there to impose a bigger attack, and I think actually they've been guilty of going too hard with the half chances. And so many overhead mistakes, hasn't there, from both Bøje and Christiansen in the match so far. Christian Vittinghuis is down there in the coaching corner. Don't think I've seen him coach doubles match before.
Chief cheerleader. They have got phenomenal support right from the first point, those two. And considering that they're ranked 9 spots below their opponents, they're putting up a good fight here. That's wonderfully placed from Bøje. Seen her produce 2 or 3 winners from the back of the court actually in this match.
Not sure where who was in defence there. He was stood straddling that centre line with his partner in front of him. Not going to cover much court that way round.
Even though they won the first game, albeit narrowly, they've never really enjoyed any what you call sustained pressure, the Danish pair. Wonder whether this might be the time to try and assert a little bit.
Yeah, in the opening game they went, I think it was 3-love up, and I thought, looks like it might be one-way traffic here for the Danes today. Completely different story since then. They've actually calmed down a little bit in this third game, and I think it's working for them. A few softer touches and just being a bit more patient in attack.
Play.
That's a really good lead. They are going to challenge it, but if the call stands, I think that's a very, very well worked out decision from Alexandra Bøje.
She didn't have that much time to think about it.
No, it came quickly, didn't it? Instinct was that it was wide. Yeah, great lead.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Alexandra Bøje, 1-2-3-7. Play.
Did so well there, Christiansen, to get round the head and turn the shuttle back across the court. That was terrific attacking. Big crowd in here, Trevor, now, isn't there? What are we, 2:15 p.m. and behind the Danes, the crowd are right up to the rafters.
Yeah, it's going to be full to bursting the weekend for sure.
That shot again from Christiansen. Change of angle at the last second. Very clever. I think Thomas Staungard down there is going to be feeling a bit more satisfied with his players' performances so far in the second game.
Well, they turned defence into attack in the blink of an eye there, because it looked all over that it would be the game's point.
That was a lovely shot from Cheng. Changed everything, didn't it?
Alexandra, change your shuttle.
We'll love that one back again.
9-4.
relentless from Hu Bang Rong.
5-9. Encore.
Put away with real aplomb there by Hu.
6-9.
I think Bøje needs to be a little bit proactive there. She has a tendency to duck at times and leave it for her partner, whereas I think she could just get low and put her racket up and at least cover one of the angles.
So quick to spot that. He was in like lightning, Christiansen.
10-6.
Yeah, really backed himself, didn't he? Followed in his own block.
Service over. 7-10.
Becoming something of a familiar pattern, giving away the impetus in the rally kind of halfway through it. And the Malaysians at the moment, no mood to look a gift horse in the mouth.
No, they're putting up a terrific fight back, the Malaysians here. Down quite a bit in the early stages of this game. 7-2 the score at one point.
9-10.
It's landed in.
That was a big gamble from Matthias Christiansen. Blocks this and follows it in. Had to hit a winner or he's in big trouble, leaving his partner with a lot of work to do.
Audible groan around the arena, but still going to be a very exciting climax. 11-10, Danes lead at the break.
Bagus saja, yang penting set dulu aja, bisa mati sendiri. Ya. Kalau nggak enak, kamu ketok-ketok dulu, lah.
Lebih confident lagi, oke nih. Game dah betul lah. Mesti satu gol sekali.
Put 120 seconds. Put 120 seconds.
Bare så det kommer, at de ikke bare ved, at vi spiller ud mellembane, så løfter den ned til dig. Så starter den på samme måde hver gang. Vi ved med at rykke på hegnet.
Ya ke sana, jangan letak kaki nanti saya masuk. Ya.
Pairs, back on court. Proceed. 11-10.
So, the conclusion of this fascinating mixed doubles coming up. Momentum swinging one way and then the other.
I don't think there have been many obvious strategic decisions, or at least changes, since the start of the match. I think the Danes have played a little bit softer at the start of the third, and I think it worked well for them. But it just looks like whoever can make it count wins the point, and damage limitations, not making errors. Great shot into the body. Lovely from Cheng. I think she's played with tons of confidence today, Cheng.
Get ready quicker. Don't delay it. Don't delay the game.
Well, that was a present.
Service over. 13-all.
They've not been the best on serve, the Malaysians. I like some of the variations they've had, but a couple of times their short serve has been far too high and deep.
Looked to be pretty much on the junction of sideline, back line.
Didn't leave himself much room, did he, to play with? Christiansen trying to get involved, and again I said it earlier where I was perhaps a little critical of Bøje. You've either got to go for it or just get your head down, stay out of the way, give your partner a good chance to measure a shot. See see the problem it caused for Bøje. What superb defending this is. It's going to change a racket.
And he's got back too. What a point. And it might just prove pivotal.
Alexandra Bøje was doing so well. Actually, the final shot that she missed looked to be one of the most comfortable in the rally.
16-14. Players, take the court. Christian. Take the court. Center, Bøje, take the court. Okay. Thank you. Play.
Big pressure on the Danes now, I think. This point is huge.
Hot. Service over. 15-16. Alexandra Bøje.
That'll work for the Malaysians.
Service over. 17-15.
Yeah, it's really good attacking. Gets a nice steep angle on this final smash. I still think Bøje needs to look to get involved maybe 10% more than she does when it's being pushed past her around the service line.
18-15.
Well, getting very serious now for the Danes.
Play.
Need to win this point, you fancy. 19-15. Not going to look very good. Oh, that was close.
Service over.
And he made it.
16-18.
Well, the crowd are going to go absolutely berserk if they can convert this position into a win. 2 points needed. And they've been all over Christiansen and Bøje in the last few rallies.
Yeah, they have. The Danes have been under some real pressure. And I think in the early stages of the rallies, they need to try and hold the attack. In the last few minutes, they've been unable to do so.
So match points, 4 of them
20,
for the Malaysians here.
16.
just about. They are going to challenge it. I think it did hit the line, maybe just inside the line, but I guess at this juncture, why not ask the question? I think Christiansen's fine. Yeah, he's fine. It's well inside the line.
Yeah, it's good positive play from Christiansen there. Look at the difference in the body language just there, just before. Who sat there smiling? I mean, I know they've got a few points lead, but they've looked to have enjoyed this match from start to finish, and I think there's been a lot of pressure on the shoulders of the Danes from the very start.
17-20. Play.
3 match points though, still, and they only needed one of them. That's a massive win. 21-17 in the decider, and that having dropped the opener too. But honestly, don't think the Danes can have any complaints, as they were second best for both the second and the third games. It was close, but Hu and Cheng always look to have the slight edge, and I think as they salute the crowd, I think Christiansen and Bøje know they could have been. They were nowhere near their best, probably, were they, today?
I don't think they were near their best. They didn't look as positive and confident as I've seen them. I think Bøje could have got involved a little bit more in the mid-court than she had. And I think, actually, the Malaysians were slightly unlucky not to have won the first. Credit to them today. They've come out very positively, held nothing back, and I think they deserved the win.
So, confirmation of the final score, 20-22, 21-18, 21-17 in the decider. 72 minutes, the official match time. Well, don't go anywhere, because Christo Popov is next up against Lee Chik-yu. Popov, fresh from victory in the World Tour Finals. Jill and Steen stepping in. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Kuala Lumpur, and it is day one of competition here at the Malaysia Open, the first World Tour event of the year. And next up we have got men's singles. It's Christo Popov, recently crowned winner of the World Tour Finals in Hangzhou just last month, up against Lee Chak-yu of Hong Kong, China. Well, all matches today are from the top half of the draw, and you can see that Christo Popov is in the top quarter, along with the defending champion.